how content marketing creates fans and buyers. We've seen the basics of how content marketing works, but now let's dive into it in a little more detail. What is the precise process that converts a first-time visitor into a rabid fan? How does content marketing take someone from a cold lead all the way to a buyer? Well, first, the content is what will help your new visitor to discover your site. They will search for a specific topic, and your site will come up in the search results. Or perhaps they will see a post of you on Facebook that a friend has liked. Either way, they'll then click on the link and read your site. But this alone isn't going to be enough to turn them into a real fan. In fact, they'll likely just leave your site and not come back. They will probably scroll down the page so fast that they don't even see your logo, and then they'll just navigate away as soon as they're done. Days, weeks, or months will pass, and the same thing will happen a couple more times. By coincidence, they will end up on your site. It's at this point they'll start to recognize some of your branding, and they'll note that you are running a pretty decent gig here. They'll make a note of the name of your brand, and the next time they search on Google, they'll look for your site's name in the search results. If they continue to be impressed, then they'll eventually consider actually bookmarking your page, or just occasionally checking the homepage to see what's new. It's at this point that they might subscribe, or that they might follow you on Facebook or Twitter. It's at this point that you just took your visitor from being a cold lead to becoming a warm lead. And now, when you come to sell something, they will be very likely to be interested. Not only will they be the first to hear about it because they're reading your content regularly, now they'll also know who you are. They'll trust you to be able to deliver high-quality content, and they'll know that you know your stuff. Imagine if you read the website of a photographer every week, and the photographer shared tips about how they create the perfect photos, what tools they use, and how every job is important to them. If you read this often enough, you'll likely come to respect that photographer's point of view, and you'll know at least that they have a deep understanding of their craft, and that they take it seriously. Now imagine that you need someone to take some photos for your website, your wedding, or another event. Who would you consider asking first, assuming they were local? This is the power of content marketing, and it's something you can see used effectively in countless sales funnels and by many other marketers. Think of it this way. If you landed on a website and the very first thing it did was to try and sell you something, what would you do? You'd probably leave. You never asked to buy something, and more to the point, you have no reason to trust the person selling. It looks like spam, and you leave. This is considerably different from being a long-time reader of a blog and then learning that the writer also has a book out. This is a much less invasive way of discovering a product, and more to the point, you know something about that blogger. You know that they know their stuff, and you can trust them. They have built a brand through their content marketing, and that means you'll feel much more comfortable handing over your cash. I like to think of this in terms of dating. Trying to sell to someone without first establishing trust and authority is just like approaching a stranger on the street and asking if they'll come home with you. They don't know you, they don't trust you, and they'd be annoyed at the interruption. But if you have done the groundwork by chatting, dating, and demonstrating you're a nice person, then you'll earn the right to ask them home.